Victory, Accept, Iron Allies, Herman Frank, Moondog, and many others. If you have any of those in your collection, you will have heard of this man. He's been a firm member of, well, Accept, and founder member of Victory, and he's been working with David Reese on Iron Allies. And we're talking about no one less than Herman Frank, the mighty Herman Frank, the guitarist that played the Flying V alongside Wolf Hoffman in Accept, Flying V's as well. And he's here tonight to talk to us about a new Victory album, his exit from Accept, how things are standing with his solo band, Herman Frank, and the album of 2022 with David Reese, Iron Allies. So stay tuned.
Ja, ja, richtig. Das sind die guten alten Zeiten, ne?
Def Leppard hat er aufgenommen.
Def Leppard.
Das war das Album, wo der Trommler seinen Arm verloren hat. Und die Studiorechnung haben sie sich im Büro, der Chef im Büro, hinten einrahmen lassen.
War das die Pyromania?
Das weiß ich nicht genau.
Das muss die Pyromania gewesen sein.
Die Studiorechnung war 1 Million.
Okay, that's insane.
Die haben sie sich eingerahmt und schön hinten an die Wand gehängt.
That's insane. That's
ja,
crazy.
Aber das Album hat natürlich dann auch so und so 4 Millionen verkauft. Ne? War schon ein Meilenstein.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Okay, ich werde jetzt mal die Sprachbarriere, aber ich habe dich ja schon in vorigen Interviews gesehen und das ist ja alles locker. First of all, it's an honor to talk to you. I'm a huge, sagen Sie wahrscheinlich alle, I'm really a huge, predominantly Victory fan. Since Don't Get Mad, Get Even, I've been hooked. It's fantastic. Culture Coordinative, Temples of Gold, great material. Always loved it. I never had that much.
Johan, I really appreciate. And that's a long time we're talking about.
It's a very long time ago, I know. But even then, after following, I've always followed Victory. Obviously, I'm glad you're lighting up. I was about to ask, can I light up a cigarette? Because I had Dan Lorenzo from Hades on the show once. And when I lit up a cigarette, he was appalled.
Why?
He was shocked. He was like, no, how can you do that? It's your health.
Because I can.
Because I can.
It's one of the last things it remains in my life, you know. The alcohol is less, the drugs are less, anything is less. So I'm still do like smoke a cigarette. And that 40 or 60 times a day.
Yes. Was it Crocus?
I know all about it, but what can you do?
What was the Crocus album? One Vice at a Time. No?
Yeah. If you're addicted, you're addicted.
No, that's it. But to get back to it, I've always followed your music. Obviously with Accept, you've done stuff with David Reese. You've worked...
I've done so many things in my life, but I even can't remember. In the words of Ozzy, I can't remember.
No, but really, just to give our listeners a bit of a heads up and overview that might not
I guess I started 82 in Accept, and what year do we have now? 24, no? Yep.
That's a
kind of like a long time.
It's a legacy.
A lot of music. A lot of guitar chords.
It's a legacy, yes.
Think about the tons of strings I used, or I smashed.
You should do a
even the guitar picks. It must be huge amount.
Millions.
Nah. But all in all, if I start practicing, sometimes in the morning, I do for an hour for myself, sitting back in my living room and start playing a couple of things I would like to play, and then obviously I had to practice a couple of these crazy licks in a lead guitar, in a lead solo, once in a while, because you can't play them right now, I mean, not in a second.
No, you have to revisit.
And then after this hour, the guitar pick is gone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then normally, or these days, because we have a lot of shows these days, then I have to practice, because I'm on tour or on festivals with Iron Allies, and in the weeks in between, a weekend in between, or what Victory. So I do have 2 bands, and once in a while I have to practice to remember all the songs.
Of course, I can understand that 100%.
Yeah,
I don't know how most
that's a bad thing getting old, because when I was younger, it was easy for me to remember 50, 80 songs just out of head. But these days,
yes,
I really have to practice them.
Yes, but that's understandable. I don't know how a lot of these musicians do it, where they. I mean, you hear so-and-so bassist jumped in for this show. He had 2 weeks to practice, and it's very technical music, and I'm like, oh, crazy.
It's maybe they have more energy. The thing is, if you recorded that much songs in your life, then a little bit one to the other is maybe a little bit similar, but the bridge is not starting in a C. This song in a D. Oh. And always doing this like did yoink. Slide into the right chord.
Quickly correct.
So these days, once in a while, I have to smile on stage a lot. But hey, that's what it's all about.
It's rock and roll.
It's only rock and roll, and music is not perfection. I don't know the word for it.
Perfection.
Perfection. I was thinking about it. It's not perfection. I mean, music is made by human beings, and it's good that way. I do hate people. They are so into it that they don't move anything in your face or the body, and they just play. Mostly correct. How boring.
It's lifeless. It's lifeless.
How boring can life be? No, that's not my style anymore. I want to have fun. And actually, in Victory and Iron Allies, we do have fun on stage. And it happens also to me that in the middle of song, I start composing a different one.
Full of inspiration.
Yeah, if I go for the wrong bridge, then I because after the show, everybody's talking about the show, how it was, and everybody, blah, blah, I play great. And the once in a while, the bass player said, oh, I missed this one. And I said, well, I felt like I had an inspiration. I tried to come out with a new bridge.
Ich war so routiniert, I was so routined, I was writing a new song while I was playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
That's the easy part if you're boss of a band.
Yes, correct. So
makes life much easier.
Almost like Wolf Hoffmann.
Well, I do remember these times.
Herman, I've got
these days hadn't been that long ago, but maybe in a year I can't remember, like Ozzy said.
Yes. Herman, I have so many questions for you. I just out of curiosity, and because I'm a huge fan of the aforementioned albums, Culture Killed and Temples. Do you still have contact to Fernando Garcia?
Yeah.
Is he alive and well?
No. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not.
Okay.
I guess so, because he was younger than me. But nobody had any contact to this guy anymore.
Oh, that's...
I don't know what happened to him. I think he got lost in his mind.
Okay. That's sad.
I heard a couple of stories in the years in between Not good stories, let's put it this way.
Okay, yeah.
Then I saw him on a video with any band. He was doing a song with them in a video. That's the last thing I saw.
Okay.
And I noticed from this guy. I don't know. We tried 15 years ago, I guess, we tried to get in contact with him again. We only could get in contact with his female manager.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess that says it all.
That says it all, I guess. But you are still in touch with Fritz Randorf and Fargo Peter and...
once in a while.
Once in a while.
But
everybody
Fritz
moved...
also lives in Hanover.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, it's a little bit quiet these days.
Yeah.
Maybe when I was starting a Victory, let's put it this way. I started Victory again, I guess 4 years or a half year before pandemic. And then I called Tommy, and the only answer I get on the phone is, "What? No, I don't want to do Victory anymore." Okay.
Yeah, well, he's recording.
So. The same answer I get from Peter Knorn. So I decided, okay, maybe it's time to get some really nice, fresh, young people, talented people, and they are excited to play music. And they give everything for music. And different guys, different human beings, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe they lost their energy or their faith into music or something. I guess so. And I couldn't blame them. I mean, they're my age. And
life moves on. Eh?
Yeah, and not everybody has this big heart of rock and roll inside, you know.
Yes, I understand that.
You have to be special. You have to be special somehow.
Yes.
But if you are really infected by music, then you can't stop.
You can't stop. No, I understand that.
No, I don't want to stop, and I think I will die with the guitar in hand.
Yes, absolutely.
Hopefully not.
No, but interesting. It's I have to ask this. It's been a bit of a topic now online again, especially because of Peter Baltes. He's now also left the Accept fold. You were involved with, I hope I'm correct with all this, with Balls to the Wall, Blood of Nations, and Stalingrad.
Yeah.
And you decided to, Accept is no longer your thing.
If you enter the last third of your life, I guess it's time to do whatever you want to do. And it started with composing own songs, create own songs, playing leads and stuff like that. And I miss this a lot in the years of Accept. I had fun. I was touring around the world. Thank you for that.
Yes.
But in the end, as I said, if you're infected by music, then you want to do it by yourself. And nowadays, I still say to myself, it was a good move.
Yes. No, because I mean,
it was just time to leave this.
Yeah. To
leave Accept. I wish them all the best. But nowadays, they need 3 or 4 guitar players to do what I've done with Wolf as a twin V players, you know. And it's a shame, man. I still don't get it.
But it's a weird phenomenon. Iron Maiden is doing it. I don't hear the difference. I don't. Accept is doing it. What is this what can 3 guitarists do now that? And what do they do in the studio?
A lot more.
Yes,
a lot more
but
if you have 3 good ones. If you have 3 good ones, they can do a lot.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, like you said, there are bands that did very well with 1 guitarist.
Yeah, I mean, Accept was 40 years with 2 guitars.
Yes,
and then
I know.
Obviously, someday they do needs 3 of them. And now in South America, the next guy. I mean, hey, come on. Well, everybody should do whatever he wants to do.
Yes, and obviously, it was not a trick question. I think it's everybody, you know, do whatever you want to choose to make.
Yeah, maybe it's kind of like new modern thing to have more than 2 guitars. I mean, if you think about the 3 famous guitar players, there's a couple of shows or kind of like touring concept that, for example, Steve Vai, Michael Schenker, and maybe Ingrid Malmsteen or Uli John Roth are together on a stage.
Now that's a different story.
Kind of like
Steve Lukather and someone, That's...
but then you know what you can do with 3 guitars.
But I'm sorry, with balls to the wall or fast as a shark, I think I can live with 2 guitars. It's fine.
People like to listen to it with 2 guitars for 40 years.
Exactly, and it worked. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but interesting. It's just my opinion. I think you're a prolific songwriter, as Victory has proven. You worked with Pänzer, you worked with Schmier from Destruction. You've branched out. You've done your own Herman Frank stuff. I think I can understand your point. You're a prolific songwriter, and obviously you're going to be feeling a little bit inhibited in a construction where somebody has the hat on. Jemand hat den Hut auf und das ist mein Stil und whatever.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not exactly
no.
Yeah, I'm not fishing. But anyway, another thing, just to switch topics now. I saw you. We talked about Wisselurt shortly now, and I saw in your video. By the way, your new clip, your song kicks ass. Really nice.
Thank you so much.
Love it.
Thank you
Love
so
it.
Much. I appreciate it.
Count on me. The energy. Oh. So I know exactly what you mean. Get a fresh bunch of guys. Hit it. Awesome. Sounds good. I'm looking forward to the album.
I came up with this idea for this kind of like video that I said, these no magazine or nobody wanted to have a recording story from Victory these days. And it was common in the older days.
Yes.
And then I said to myself, hey, maybe it's nice for people if they see kind of like the area or a little bit of the studio where you do record the song. In the end, it was a little bit of comedy in, because I said, hey, we can't stand there still and try to show them how we really record.
Yes.
Really recording is a little bit different than in the video, because you have to concentrate and have you do it properly. But I guess the vibe, you can see the vibe. When I produce a new album for Victory, then I wanted to sound it like the band is on stage and performs it
live.
Yeah,
capturing the energy.
Vibes, and these vibes I always try to catch them when in the recording situation. And then I came up, hey, let's do it this way. That we do a couple of gimmicks, If I play the solo with the lead solo with the sunglasses on and the guitar on my legs, that was just I wanted to salute Jeff Healey.
Yeah.
Some get it, some not. It's not meant in a bad way. It's in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way.
If you listen to Jeff Healey, then you know what guitar playing is.
Oh, it's stellar.
It sounds a good sound like. And so we came up. We have to put in a couple of gimmicks, and so there had been dance moves and stuff like that. Or when you remember to the Bad News video or this
movie.
The movies. There was a bass player who turned up the bass in his headphone in the studio. A tiny little more, a nudge. I know you can do it. That's the reason why I remembered in the situation, and I put my angle on the English way straight to 10 and
yes.
punched in your bam.
Bang.
Stuff like that. And I guess we wanted to show people that we take it serious in the end, but we had a lot of fun.
But you also have fun.
In the studio to record this.
Yes.
And I think you can hear it. And I'm very excited about this album, and I can't wait that people will have a chance to listen to the next tracks.
Yes, absolutely.
This album, Circle of Life, I guess it's one of the best Victory ever done.
Well, certainly Count on Me already
you will see.
Promises a lot. So, definitely.
I guess you will see.
Yeah.
There are 10 songs, because I don't record any more than 10 songs anymore.
Why?
Because these days, every song you have to spend 2-3 days more, 4 days more in the studio.
My question is, does anybody need an album that's like an hour and 10 minutes long?
Yeah.
With 15 songs like Iron Maiden?
There had been a period that record company asked for 13, 14 songs, plus a bonus song for Japan and blah, blah, as a bonus track for this one. And I said to them, I don't do this anymore. If you won't get them with 10 songs, you never will get them.
Ist das dann, wie sagt man, Wert für sein Geld oder was?
There was a fashion, kind of like
yes,
fashion.
Yes, it was. Yeah. It was,
and these days, if they still ask for 14 or 15 songs. Yeah. And I said, okay, then I ask for double of advance money.
Exactly. It's more work.
Because, I mean, these days from Spotify, you can't pay a studio.
No.
And it's a wonder, or I still said to myself, if every album could be the last one I record. So I would like to record them in the way I want to like to record. Yes. And therefore I need a proper studio where I can record real drums, real bass, real guitars, and the singer is in the studio. The band is in the studio while we do record.
Then
you get the most out of it.
And not you are sitting in Hanover, the singer is sitting in...
No.
In Prague?
No.
Proper studio.
I mean, all the people... Johnny is from Basel, Switzerland. The drummer is from near Luxembourg, and the bass player behind, way up north, Hamburg, way up north. But so I start with them. I compose the songs in my little studio, put these kind of like electronic drums on it, play a bass line, and also give the singer the most ideas of the vocal lines. And then I start working with them like we do via WhatsApp video or audio or something. And then we start, before we enter the studio, to get through the songs, to get everything sorted out. And when this happened, then I book the studio, and then we meet there.
In this case, Horse.
Yeah.
Wonderful, which is another thing, a legendary studio, which a couple of years ago I thought probably doesn't exist anymore. And it still is going. That's amazing. I mean, how many great albums were recorded at Horse?
A lot.
Amazing.
I worked there as an engineer and producer for a couple of years, and I guess 30 years.
Yes.
40 years is the studio now. Something like that. There was Halloween, there was Guano Apes, there had been a lot of people.
Wow.
And the good thing is, it's I live 1K far away from the studio, so I can walk.
So you're with Hannover.
Yeah, I do live in Hanover now, I guess more than 30 years. I mean, I moved over from Stuttgart, where I was in Sinner, to Hanover when I entered Victory. When I joined Victory, and life happens, you know. Yes. Then you get married and get children, and you stay there.
And you roll with the punches,
Yeah.
No, amazing. Tell me, interesting. How much? I think during the times of, I keep reverting to. Culture Killed and Temples. Did you have USA stints during that time? I think you had a live.
What?
Did you have? Did you play the US?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah, because I think there was a live recording at some point as a bonus. I might be mistaken, but as a live
in the famous whiskey club.
Yeah, was it at the Whiskey? Wow.
Yeah.
Because I think there was a bonus track on Temples of Gold. Live?
Yeah.
But how
there had been 6 tracks live recorded there.
Yeah.
And it's across the rainbow. Yeah.
How was it for you? Was it ever something where you felt you managed to put a foot down there, or could it have continued, or was it really not?
I guess the Culture album or any album, I guess the Culture went into the Billboard charts on 89.
Yeah.
So we toured 7-8 weeks over there.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's different touring than in Germany. In between, there had been 2 or 3 clubs.
Yeah.
mean, you call them in America. You call a club in Los Angeles a 2,000-seater. It's still a club.
Okay.
But,
okay.
If you have a travel day and you don't want to lose money, so the manager hooked up another small show, and there had been 50 or 60 people, in the middle of New Mexico, or somewhere. I can't remember.
I mean, it's big over there.
Yeah,
it's huge.
And so, but I really enjoyed it, and everybody wanted to try to get good in business in America, but we came up with a new record, and we got a deal. They paid the advance money. I think it was Capitol Records, and we never heard about anything anymore. Because they said, we do have enough bands from the US already. Why do you we don't want European bands over there. So they buy beide weggekauft, wie sagt man da?
Yeah, they bought out your work, yeah.
Yeah. And we saw, because after this, I guess 7 or 8 weeks tour, the management, we had an American manager, Thomas Zulu, and he said, I guess we go for support for any big band like his or whatever, but it's in 2 weeks. So better go home, go back to the family for 2 weeks, and then come over to US again. Never happened anything. Yeah. It was like in bad news.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So I guess,
and that's kind of like the business situation, As a young musician, you are so into it, and wow, we made it.
Yeah.
Because at least a little bit, we got a foot in there, and then boom, business.
Yes, but I think,
and that was one of the reasons why Victory broke up the first time, because everybody was really depressed and said, "Wow."
Because
what is it?
The material was so strong. I mean, it baffled me.
I guess it was with the Temples of Gold album. Because after that, we had, it was kind of like finished. They ruined the band with this thing.
Yeah, which is such a pity. I always thought the material was so strong. But those are the politics. And but how do you feel nowadays? I mean, things have changed so much. You don't get big budgets anymore. I mean, you will never get a Def Leppard again that sits in the studio for 6 months. How does it work nowadays, at least for you? I mean, you probably what we would call now a legacy act. Do you get an upfront from the label and they say, okay, record, or do you pay on your own?
No. No, I don't pay. I don't pay to making records. Otherwise, I would stop.
Yeah.
It happened a couple of times in my life, or 2 times or 3 times. For example, for Moondog, that I recorded an album for myself. But I recorded then. In these days, I got a little studio, so I recorded the drums on my own with the drummer, and could record by my own. And then with the master, I went shopping. And the same I did with Victory. In the beginning, I produced 5 songs. Talked to the head of IAFM, because I know him, and told him, "Hey, this is the new singer. Listen to it. You want to have it?
Yeah, just for shopping.
Give me an offer."
Yeah. But I mean,
and he gave me a nice offer.
Yeah,
so I couldn't refuse.
Yeah, but you probably have a luxury because you have a legacy. You really have a track record.
But
now for a new band.
Everybody has to start from zero.
Yeah.
With Iron Ellis, we also started from zero.
Yes.
With Moondog, I started from zero. You have to have the faith in yourself that the music you're composing and recording, that some record company want to have it because they might think people will like it.
Yes.
That's the way you do. And that's the same situation for bands these days. Think about the other way around. These days, everybody got a little computer and might be able to record at least a good demo. Good demo is different. Everybody can record something. To record it in a good way, yep. I miss this these days in a lot of things. I mean, if you listen to some records, they put out some new records. Well, myself, I've always been asking myself, where didn't they have any producer or any sound engineer or something?
Yes. Yeah.
And it was a good way. In the old days, you got a sound engineer and a producer.
Yes.
And these days, everybody thinks, "Oh, I can do it by myself." Yeah. Why do you have sound engineers 20 years experience?
For what? And another thing is, I mean,
and that's the reason why you hear on every second record these days electronic drums.
Yes.
And I do. That's the way why they sound so stereo.
Yes.
There's no liveness anymore.
Very for the grid, you know.
Yeah. But and music is not grid.
Yes, it's feeling, and but it's still very interesting how things have changed. I mean, you can always see immer pro contra. You know, you can.
Yeah.
But way back then, it was only a select couple people that only if you had enough money to go into a studio, record label backup to go in, you could make it. Now, I guess more people have a chance, but now the result is they are millions more. Now everybody is recording.
But let's put it this way. In the older days, where studio had been expensive, only bands they deserve it got the chance to enter studio.
Yes. Maybe, yeah.
And these days everybody, a lot of crap things. They've been released these days. You know, it's full.
Yes. Yeah. No, and I think you can hear it. What bugs me personally now to get away from heavy metal, I'm just when I drive to work, I commute to Hameln twice a week.
Yeah.
And I haven't got my audio system sorted out in the car, so I have to listen to radio stations. So I just go, I always ask, where are the singers? You don't hear proper singers anymore. You know, obviously when they put on a Phil Collins song, you can go, okay, cool.
Yeah,
but the most...
I mean, there are a couple of good singers around.
Yeah, but most of the stuff you hear...
I know this problem.
It's like
when I was looking...
But it's like they're whispering. And everything is embellished. You know, it's just so...
Yeah.
You know, it's not like aus voller Brust, you know, singing.
That's a new style. Maybe that's the kind of music they want to do right now. But I know this problem when I was looking for good singers for my whole life. You know, I found a couple, but it's always a big lucky situation if you find someone who's able to sing. First of all, then you shouldn't look like Quasimodo.
Yes, and then you have to get along.
That's the easy part.
You think?
That's the most easy part in this way.
I know some crazy singers, but anyway.
You have to find people these days. The bigger problem is that these days there are no professional musicians anymore. So you have to calculate if you go calculate, we only can do 20, 30 shows because they can't get off work more days, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
That makes life not easier.
Yes. A lot of things to consider, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm looking for a new singer for a new project. So maybe if somebody listens to your show, he should write You should write down to my email or to my website or something.
Okay, put it this way, Herman. What kind of singer are you looking for?
Actually, I'm planning to do, a couple of promoters, they asked me, with your history, wouldn't it be nice? And I came up with this idea too, to play 40 years of Herman Frank best of. Maybe from I even can't from every record, because otherwise the show would be 5 hours. So maybe 1 or 2 songs from each album, you know, from Except to Over Victory to Pänzer to Sinner to Moondog to Herman Frank solo, stuff like that. And I will do it. I guess the booking agent, they booked already 1 show. Next, it's 25 then.
Okay.
And maybe it will happen that I will show up on a couple of festivals with this thing. And I would love to.
Interesting.
I would love to, you know. And I would like to play maybe Son of a Bitch or something like that.
Son of a bitch. Awesome.
Yeah. Kind of like, and then maybe 2 or 3, 4 greatest hits of Victory, and then do a couple of Moondog stuff. And I would love to.
I'll tell you something. I also dabble in music, but now I must admit I don't have a complete band and I don't have Wisseloord as a studio, so I do recording just for fun. I've been working with Ronnie Monroe from Ex-Metal Church and Vicious Rumors.
Yeah, I know this guy.
You know Ronnie. We just finished.
We had been on tour with them, with Metal Church. Victory had been on tour. Oh, maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Yeah, he's a funny guy.
That might have been the time. Very nice guy. We just finished 5 songs. I'm about to want to shop it to labels. If you want,
if you talk to Ronnie, say hello.
I will. And if you want, I can send you a rough demo of one of the songs to listen to.
Sure.
But anyway,
do you need my email address?
I would love that. Yeah. We can note that down just now.
I send it out on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's a really nice guy.
Cool. How's he doing?
No, he's fine. But he's now. It might be a bit of a conflict. He's singing for a German band called Cave.
Wow.
I don't know if you know the band Cave.
No, not heard the name.
If I find a link, I'll send it to you. But yeah, I don't know. But he's still based in the US. But a great singer. I saw his performance with Vicious Rumors at Rock Hard Festival.
Yeah.
It was, and anyone that sings after Carl Albert, wow. You know, respect if you can do that. You know, it's really. But you know his voice. It's more soaring high.
Yeah, but Ronnie is very experienced.
But he can do the and the style I wanted for my project was more of a because the music goes in that direction. Black Sabbath, Headless Cross, very epic metal sort of, and and I wanted him to touch what was the singer? Oh God, I'm having a memory lapse now. Tony Martin.
Wow.
You know, and I wanted him to sound close to that. Obviously not copy him, but make his own.
It's impossible to
feel. You can't copy it, you know, but have that feeling, the feeling.
Yeah.
And that was sort of, you know, it's not like
idea.
You know, whatever. But let's get back to Victory. I saw your release date is heading for September this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you? I haven't checked out your dates. What kind of European dates are you planning?
Actually, it's on the website. I can't remember.
I need to have a look.
I only know that's the end of September.
Okay.
We start with, I guess, 10 or 11 shows. Mm-hmm. And then next, there's already booked. We do a double headlining in January 25 with Gravedigger. I guess another 14, 70 shows. In between, we're doing... Now they booked. There's this little for Wacken. Then we have in Spain a Burgos show. I do with Iron Allies in Portugal. I had been in next week or the week after I go for Switzerland and stuff like that.
Okay.
Then I do have a metal fest. I think it's called in Czech Republic. Stuff like that.
Busy.
We have been on the 70,000 tons, you know, so there are a couple of nice shows. Maybe it could be more, but hey, we're still working on it.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to play. 5,000 bands are fighting about the slots, you know.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're here in the vicinity, I need to go and see you. Definitely. In the Region Hannover, Herford, maybe. Let's see.
Have you heard that we do this little private show in Hanover?
No.
There might be 5 tickets left.
Oh, okay.
You have to check it on the Victory website.
I'll have a look.
Or on my Facebook site. It's called Beatbox. That where bands rehearse normally. And it's close to my studio. And I said in between, because we had 2 days off in between in September. And I said, hey, I don't like day offs.
That's rock and roll.
It just costs money, you know. So I said to myself, hey, that's a really nice little club. There are only 90 people in there. And that's really special. You never will, or it's hard these days to have a chance to get that close to a band.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Definitely.
So I put it on the show and said, hey, it's in my hometown. Let's give it a try. So let's people give a chance to listen to the new record.
Awesome. Well, that's great.
And hey, it's not a really huge club, but I once in a while I do like these little things.
Yeah, the more
how I started.
The more intimate shows.
I started 50 years ago playing in these kind of clubs. Yep.
Have you guys actually ever played Rock Hard Festival?
Not yet.
Why?
It's funny. It's funny. Victory had been in the Rock Hard Laser charts, in the reader charts.
Yeah.
In the end of the year, all over the year, we had been on.
It's crazy.
Place, was in Platz 3.
Yeah.
Ranked 3.
Ranked 3.
After Scorpions and Iron Maiden. And we always had been in the top 5 during the whole year. And then the booking entity asked it, hey, you better should book Victory for the Hard Rock Festival. But there's a gremium of 10 guys, and I guess they're more into this kind of like more heavy music, you know.
I don't know. Rock Hard is for me almost like they want more the neo hippie bands, you know, like.
Yeah.
And it's either that.
I mean, if you're
death
or Readers all on rank number 3, I would book this band, you know.
Absolutely, I'm amazed you guys haven't played Rock Hard yet, but they seem to either like this neo hippie bands or death metal, or you know, it's always
kind of like this, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
But for Rock Hard, I won't change my style.
No, obviously not. Why should you? No, definitely not.
No. I did once a show. I did a show with Accept in Rock Hard Festival.
Oh yes,
and it's a nice venue.
It's an awesome venue. But yeah, must have been your Blood of the Nations tour then, for Blood of the Nations or Stalingrad. Yeah.
I guess it was Blood of the Nations. All we did this 2005 was a reunion where Udo sang.
Yeah.
I guess it was a long time ago.
Mm. I have to openly admit, you don't need to answer this. I must say, if I look at my own playlist, I think Udo's latest album with Peter plays more in my ranking than the last Accept albums. But that's just me. Whatever.
Hey, I leave it up to you.
Yeah, it's up to me, I know.
A big surprise for me was the latest Saxon album.
Yes, very strong.
The latest Judas Priest album. This is the music I want to listen to.
Thumbs up.
And also the last UDO album, I really liked a lot.
I think it was very strong. I saw Priest and Saxon in Dortmund recently, and it was amazing. Really good.
I didn't have a chance. We supported Saxon for a couple of 2 shows so far, one in Paris and one in near Ulm. And I do know the guys because I was in the studio with them 2000 or 2001. So it was great alone. That's the kind of like band I lift my head.
Oh, it's amazing. And Biff is still so strong. It's amazing at that age. And also Rob, I mean, at that age still being able to deliver Painkiller and, come on. That's crazy, you know.
These people are infected by music.
Exactly. It's running through their veins.
Maybe a couple of other bands, they aren't infected that much.
Probably. But I have to give you a compliment.
A lot of bands, they have the same producer and sound totally different.
Yes, but I must give you a compliment while you're talking about producers. You certainly did not need an Andy Sneap for your sound. It sounds great.
I would love to have him. I would love to work with Andy again. But I asked him once, I guess, for the first Victory album, and he said, call me in 2 years. I'm busy.
No, Herman, seriously, it's sounding great. Your guitars,
thank you so much.
The guitars are ripping your face off. It's beautiful. It's good.
Yeah, some called riff master, other people, and I just do the riffs.
Yes. No, really amazing. I'm looking forward to the album. Herman, I will include...
Why don't you visit us when we are on tour? Just give me a private note, and when we are around on the little tour, any show.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Say hello.
I'd love
put you on the guest list. Then we might talk for another hour again.
We can do that. Herman, I will look at your website, see where you are.
Yeah.
And then I'll get back to you.
Go for Facebook, Victory Myers Band or something.
I'll have a look.
Or on my private one, Herman Frank. I think I have to cut you down.
Yes, no, I was about to cut it off now. I will send you a link for Ronnie.
Thank you so much. Because on 100, the next one is calling.
Yes, you're in a loop.
Hopefully not on Skype.
It's going to be Skype.
To fix this fucking little thing.
Herman,
so
it was awesome chatting. Have a good one.
Fine. See you again.
Cheers.
Bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Ciao.